we are officially back from DC and unpacked, so let's talk about everything we bought at the show. Pens.
You got lots of pens.
I did. I got more pens than I expected. Because honestly, I would have been happy with these two that I'd pre-ordered and was just picking up.
Yes. Which are two spectacular pens.
Yeah. You know, it's a Visconti Homo sapien and a Schoen faceted pocket 6.
Nothing to be sneezed at.
Yeah. And then I knew that I really wanted the Farnese Retro 51 exclusive.
Which is this one.
Which is this one. And I thought I was going to get it in a fountain pen.
It's so pretty.
It is so pretty. And then when I saw it at the booth, I realized that I really didn't like it in the fountain pen because the design of the Willard is interrupted. It splits it in half.
And the Willard is a heritage hotel in DC that Farnese will be moving into.
And Farnese has already been in. They're moving back in.
Yes.
So I liked the uninterrupted design. Plus, I've got 2 retro fountain pens. I have the Winnie the Pooh, and I've got the Smithsonian dinosaur. This was also one that I was going back and forth on. This is the Stationary Universe Heinz and then Poorly Controlled collab. I've known about it for a number of months. I had been given a price quote from Tori, and it wasn't until I was picking out a pen for PR photos that I actually decided I was getting one. It was not until I had every pen in the collection sitting in front of me and was getting first pick.
Isn't it interesting how, especially with a poured pen, a poured resin, how it can feel very important to see the pen in person amongst its sibling pens to pick out the one that you want.
I think in this case, like, I had seen the blank. I was utterly in love with the blank. But sometimes being in love with a blank doesn't mean you're going to be in love with a pen.
Yes.
And that's sort of how I was feeling about this pen. But then when I had all of them in front of me and was picking out one for photos, I went, oh, actually. And
I'd like this one to come home with me.
Yes. Like, for a lot of the weekend, I was carrying around this pen. Like, Tori at one point went, oh, just take it. Pay me later. Like, I was carrying around this pen all weekend and had not paid for it.
No. But you knew it was coming home with
I knew it was coming home with, like, it was already eyedroppered before I had paid for it.
Yes. Well, Tori knows where you live.
Yeah, exactly. Pen world is small.
Is very small. It's not as if you were going to dine and dash, as it were.
No.
No, it's a beautiful pen.
Pretty sure Francisco has my credit card on file.
Yeah.
And then this is the Epitome Pens Emerald Demonstrator with rainbow trim, which was, again, I think it was a one-off on their table. We've been talking for a while on Instagram. I went down at one point and went down actually to just have a play with their pens because I've never had time at a pen show. Mm-hmm. They hand tune all their nibs in-house.
I don't think I even knew you got this.
But they take standard Yovo fittings, and I was playing around with it. I really liked it, but it was sort of a one-off on their table.
Do you eyedropper it? How do you
do eyedropper it?
Okay.
And I will be eyedroppering it properly, you know, with an O-ring and everything. Probably, maybe, we'll see. But I also think because it's so clear, I need a really fun color to go into it. If I put something too dark that's going to look black in it, it's going to be boring.
Is the nib large enough that you could put a shimmer in it?
No, it's a fine.
Oh, poop.
But it's a very nice fine.
So you could put a sheening.
I could put a sheening. Or something that shades. I'm actually leaning towards something that shades more than something that sheens.
Okay.
Something that sheens is fine once the humidity is lower. Right now it's still too humid, and so if I put something that sheens, nothing dries.
Yeah.
Then we have the Farnese Pilot Varsity, which is really funny because I've never owned a Pilot Varsity. They come up on 20 questions, we talk about them. I've never owned one.
It is literally the fountain pen version of a trade show floor pen.
It is
like a booth pen.
It is a fountain pen booth pen. And Farney's was giving them out like they were booth pens.
Well, they are booth pens.
Yeah, exactly. Made in Japan, Farney's pens. It's got the website. It's got the fact that it's their DC Supershow pen. And I literally haven't even tried it yet.
I've tried mine.
Oh.
I needed a pen.
Okay.
Acceptable? Needed a pen, snagged it. Yeah. I think my comment was, am I allowed to compare it to other?
Sure.
Okay. I didn't like it as much as the Pelican Jazz.
Okay.
But then you said that the price difference between the Pelican Jazz and this is still, it's quite dramatic.
Oh yeah.
This is a very inexpensive
pen. This is like
pen.
$3 a pen.
This is a $3 pen, and the Pelican was a $25 Canadian pen.
Yeah. And these are disposable.
Right. Which I didn't realize.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. And so I still have to decide.
So I guess this is the only pen I have in hand from DC. I have 2 on order.
Yes. And this, you'll have to decide what ink's going in this. It feels like a big deal. Not Yamabudo.
Not Yamabudo? I love Yamabudo.
Yeah, you love Yamabudo. Because once I decide what ink's going in this, it's basically being inked up with that color for forever.
Oh, why forever?
Because it's a VAC.
Oh.
I know.
I didn't realize that was
it's a
that big of a commitment.
Well,
it's
that big of a commitment because I hate cleaning VAC pens.
Okay, I think I don't know that anybody says, ooh, I want to clean a VAC pen.
Yeah. Like,
please pick me.
The day I have to clean your Navler Original Plus is going to be a sad day.
I don't think, well, that's where my mind went. And I thought, my second thought was, oh, well, I'm okay with it being Sailor Man Yohaha.
For forever.
Because I really like that ink. So that's okay.
Right.
So now I understand it has to be something that it has to be a forever ink.
Yeah.
That's a commitment.
It's a commitment. Especially because it holds quite a lot of ink.
Is it, where would you lean towards in terms of brands of ink going into it? pH neutral?
Yeah, so I'm leaning towards a Mont Blanc.
Mm-hmm.
Or even something Visconti House brand. But Visconti House brand is color limiting currently. They don't actually offer that many colors in the big bottles. They mostly offer inks in the little 20 ml bottles.
And you want to pick an ink that isn't going to be discontinued.
Yeah.
So you need to look at sort of Mont Blanc house brand. What are the inks they always carry?
Or something that I can easily get a second bottle of.
Yeah. It is such a beautiful pen. It is.
It was worth all those blog posts at Goldspot.
Yes. What's in the box?
Something that I bought from Claire. So Claire had shown this on a live stream.
Have I seen this?
I don't know that you've seen it.
Okay.
It came in the box with this, but we were focused on this and not this. And I bought this for the nib.
Well, I see Moet 14K.
HB, hard broad.
Hard broad.
I bought it for the nib.
Oh.
I bought it for the hard broad.
So it has to be something that fits in. Okay, open up. Let's see.
Yeah. So I will say...
a sailor.
It's a sailor. It's a sailor Naosaga. I will tell you off camera what my suggestion was for the color. Because the color is not great. The nib, on the other hand, is spectacular, and hard broads are really hard to find.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
Yeah, the color is...
Yes.
So are you taking the nib out and putting it in another one of your sailor pens?
So I'm just dealing...
Why not?
Because it's a branded Naosaga nib.
What does that mean?
It's got the tower and everything and the little birds. Like, it's...
Okay.
So it means that if I ever go to sell the pen, the nib has to come out.
Right.
So I'm just going to live with the fact I know.
You're going to live with the fact that you own a beige pen. Let's do compare and contrast, Annie.
Or as Maya put it, hospital gray.
Okay, no, it's not quite hospital gray, but it is, I would say, a hospital beige or a hospital neutral.
I know, but the nib.
And we like to go far away from hospital neutral. We like things like this.
But the nib. But I really like the nib.
So I only threw up in my mouth a little bit when I saw the color.
But I really liked the nib.
Okay. And I'm even surprised that Claire owns a pen that looks like that.
Yeah, I was surprised too.
Because Claire's pens are so beautiful.
Yes. So.
Those are your pens.
That's the pen haul.
All right.
Next up, let's talk nibs, because I got some weird stuff this show.
I only got one nib.
Nibs.
I got one.
You got one. I got many.
I got the Penrealm Kirkspear nib for the show.
Yep.
DC 2025 that has cherry blossoms on it.
You did.
And I think it's best if people want to see what it looks like. I'm sure there are very good images online.
Yep.
It's a 1.5 stub, and it's going to go into something that we're going to talk about later.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And I'll stop with that.
Fair enough. So to start with, my Leonardo got a new rose gold nib in it. I dropped this pen off with Clarissa and went, I'll be back. And by the time I came back, it had a new rose gold nib in it, and Salvadori was ready to tune it for me because he was tuning every pen purchased.
Wow.
But I did not know that also included every nib purchased. And so he tuned it. I wrote a little bit. He watched me write. He tuned it some more.
Very nice.
So much nicer experience than buying a nib online, because I bought a nib and I also got a free tuning.
Very good.
To fit my writing style, which also means my Goldspot Bella de Notte has a now just straight up regular fine nib in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do.
Sorry, and what width is that?
Fine.
Okay.
I do utterly adore this pen, but
I
haven't been adoring the nib, which was an elastic fine.
Okay. Next.
Such a fun blank. Next, we're going to stick in the more normal realm before we talk about this.
Okay. Do you want me to move this over?
Sure.
There.
We have a standard
Here, I'm going to put mine
Heinz
away.
Penco nib in a fine,
Why?
which is what came in that pen.
Oh, okay.
Because, there was a nib that came in that pen.
Yes.
So, standard Heinz Penco fine.
Mm-hmm.
We have my Kirkspear. I don't actually know what width this is. I talked to Crystal. Crystal grabbed something for me. It's a medium.
Is it the DC nib?
It's a DC nib. Crystal at one point walked past and I went, do you have show nibs left? And she went, I don't know. What?
Show nibs are extremely popular.
They are.
They're one of the more, I would say, affordable souvenirs from the show, from any pen show that's big enough to have custom nibs.
And Kirk goes to a lot of shows.
Yeah.
And
is he coming to Scriptus?
No.
No.
They don't tend, unless that changes this year, they don't tend to come to Scriptus. So I basically just said to Crystal, I would like something Yovo that's not a stub. And so, medium.
Very good.
And then I finally got my Perspective from Gina.
Yes.
Which is a nib that I actually ordered at Chicago. Handed over my nib at Chicago. And then they were quite unwell. That didn't happen. And then 2 weeks before DC, they messaged me and said, do I still have a nib for you? And I went, you do, I think, but it's fine. The nib's been replaced. We're all good. And they went, no, I can have it done for DC. So, Perspective. My trusted nib people is so immense. I didn't put this in a pen. I didn't try it. I've just assumed.
Well, they're very good.
They are very good. I've assumed that they're no issues, no tuning.
Gina will have tested it.
I do.
It goes without saying.
It goes without saying. And then we have 3 vials of feeds.
Why? And is one of them colored?
It's ebonite.
Why is it red?
Because it's ebonite.
Okay.
It's just a red ebonite.
Okay.
This is my pen sloth double guru, which is a 1/4 inch on one side, and let's see if it'll focus. It's a 1/4 inch, and then it's 3/16 of an inch on the other. I knew I was getting a pen sloth nib this show. I knew I was getting a nib from Jim. I thought I was getting a stacked, and then I thought I was getting a halo, and then it went to like just put something fun and sort of ridiculously stupid.
Well, and something that you weren't going to have to work really hard at to develop the technique to write with it.
Yes. There's only so much troubleshooting that I wanted to do.
Right.
And he had one of these nibs, and it's so much fun because this is how it writes.
It writes like a big fat marker.
It does. And so my biggest issue right now is actually just figuring out an ink for it, because the ink has to be incredibly wet, but also dry very fast, because otherwise it starts to feather on a page.
That sounds like an oxymoron.
Because of how much ink it puts down.
Right.
I actually think the next ink I'm trying is, I've got an ink from Private Reserve that's a quick dry from them.
What ink is this?
I don't know. It's whatever Jim put in my pen.
Okay. Because when it was over closer to in different light, it looks like it sheens hot pink. It does. Okay.
Which you and I had the discussion, like, it based on what was in tables in the pen room, it could be Pelikan 4001, it could be Waterman Serenity Blue,
right?
It could be Parker Quink. Like, there were options because it was inked up in the maker room,
right,
by someone in the maker room. And so I just don't know what's in the pen. And I've also run it dry once.
And when you added ink, what did you put in?
I put in a Tasha ink.
Okay.
And it's not writing badly with the Tasha ink.
Okay.
But at the bottoms of your letters where
there's a bloop.
Like, there's a bloop, and there is a tiny bit of feathering in some cases. Which not on this paper.
Okay. I'm trying to think, but those are dots.
Those are where the pen is leaving the page, and that's how much ink it leaves on the page. Like,
right.
It's so wet when it leaves a page that it just sort of...
It's super fun. Look at the S.
I know. Look at the S.
I know.
I'm having a great time. Like, honestly, I have run... Like, I've basically run this empty again.
Yes.
You used to be able to hear the ink sloshing around.
Do you have any concerns about having so little ink in that and having stuff dry in the nib? Or is it going to be pretty straightforward to clean?
Haven't actually considered that.
Okay.
Wasn't a question in my mind. But
now that
you mention it, it'll probably be re-inked this afternoon. And so it has now been in my collection for 7 days or 8 days, and we're on to re-inking third time.
So why this many feeds?
Because I was really tired. Can I explain all these feeds? No. I'm gonna try though. This is a standard Yovo feed, but its channel has been cut deeper so more ink flows.
Okay, that makes sense.
Whereas what's in there right now is just like a standard Yovo feed, because really it's all about the ink flow is what keeps the nib writing.
Okay, that makes sense.
This is an ebonite feed with a very deep channel.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, I see that.
And so, keep
feeding the monster.
Keep the nib wet. I don't know what this is. He described it as a channelless feed, but it's a single piece.
It doesn't have
anything. It's got a little straw section that brings your ink up and through. I desperately want to put this in the pen. My concern is that I'll fuck it up and it'll stop writing. And then I won't see Jim Crawford for who knows how long and I'll be really sad.
Oh, we don't want that.
That being said, this is super cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I might talk to him and see if, like, is this something that I can put with a different Yovo nib and just, like, put it in a different pen
to try it out.
Yeah. Once again, though, carrying sample vials at a pen show and a sample vial case has proved to be a great asset, because when he pulled out 3 feeds and went, I don't have anywhere to put them, I went, I do.
Yes. There's something to be said for having the right cases with you.
Yes.
When you're going to a pen show.
There is.
And that's I think that's the kind of preparation that a lot of people don't. Do you want to put these back in? That people don't think about.
Sure. And I also think, like, I overlooked this style of case for a very long time.
And it's become one of your favorites.
And I am so glad that when they were being discontinued and Goldspot had them for 50% off, I bought 2.
Yeah.
Because I also went, even if I hate them, I'm sure that I will know somebody who will be interested in them. And instead, they've become one of my top essentials for a pen show, because they keep shows that I'm buying organized. So I always have one for things that I'm buying, and then I always have one that's spare nibs for grinds.
Yeah.
Everything's separated, and it just makes it so much easier.
Mm-hmm. Organization is key.
It is, especially when you're at a pen show and it's that busy.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk ink?
Let's talk ink.
We came home with less ink than I expected based on Chicago, where we came home with quite a lot of ink.
And we came home with more ink than I thought we would come home with, based on the volume of ink that we brought back from Chicago.
Yeah.
So, just perspective.
Yeah, goes both ways.
I was so pleased that we were able to get these done.
Yes.
Because these are custom inks.
They are, from the Tono and Lim Spacewalk. And we were the first appointments at the DC Supershow. Like, we got in early, we got it done early. And I was so happy to be done midday on Thursday.
Yes.
Because every time I walked past for the rest of the show, it was so busy around that booth.
It was a fascinating.
It was.
It was back to back to back experiments happening in that booth. And you were the first ink.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if all the other swatching had gone the way yours had, he would have packed up end of day Saturday and not come back.
Yeah.
It took him 7 or 8 tries to get this blue ink just right.
Yep.
I was one and done.
You were.
Which amazed me, because I thought this gray, which breaks out to a green and a purple, would be so much harder for him to nail.
I think it also surprised him, because
he just nailed it.
I know,
from a watercolor swatch.
Oh, this is hard, and then he got it, versus the blue, where, like, at one point we had pigment numbers out, and we're talking pigment numbers, like, and that was super interesting. And
we go into more detail in
the recap
video.
This was the other win for me, where we got you another bottle of Yamabudo. That on Thursday there was somebody who had an ink bottle sale table.
Destashing a collection. And it was $5 or $10 a bottle, depending on the color of sticker that were on the bottles. So my Yamabudo was 10.
Your Yamabudo was 10.
But it's almost full.
I know. And the first thing I saw were 2 bottles of wet pen inks. And I've wanted wet pen inks for ages. And I was able to get Deception Pass and Blackberry. There was one other wet pen ink, and it was $10 a bottle. These 2 were $5. And I didn't even look it up because it was $10 a bottle.
Right. Do you regret it?
Sort of, but I'm also really happy with these two.
Yes.
And so I think I'm okay. I also got Kobe Romanesque Blue, and then Tasha Nakamurasaki.
This was from the sale table?
This was from the sale table. This was $5.
I thought you got it from Natasha.
No, I paid $5 for it. And it's what's currently in my Aurora Morpho.
Okay.
Is this. Which is great. This was, I would say, the most impulsy ink purchase of the show, which are Tori's two of the 4 inks in Tori's new ink collection. Did I need another purple this color? No.
But it's a really lovely purple.
I know.
And so is this teal.
And so is this teal. Would I have gotten the teal if it wasn't for the fact that Maya only puts teal inks in her pens?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no.
She's teal only.
Maya's teal only in her pens.
Funny?
Probably not, because I'm much more of a purple person, but I am inking Maya's pens. Maya only puts teal in her pens, and she is a big fan of the pink sheen in a teal.
Okay.
And so it came home.
And this one?
That was the single Bungo Box ink I got. I really wanted Ink of the Witch, and even though we were across from Bungo Box all weekend, I missed shopping there until Sunday morning. And so my pickings were pretty slim.
Yeah, they were pretty cleaned out.
And so I only got the gray, which was on my list, but was not the top Bungo Box ink on my list. I also got a bottle of the Monteverde DC Supershow ink.
Which is this one.
And a Ferris Wheel Press Ink Pot of Mystery. I thought I knew what ink this was. I thought it was...
I really like it.
I really like it too.
You thought it was Age of Aurum, which is a gold.
No, I thought it was Queen of Allium.
Oh.
Which is a purpley pink.
Right.
And then I thought it was Fluttering Hearts.
It's not?
It's not Fluttering Hearts. I have no idea what ink color it is.
Oh, that's sad.
Because it's
gorgeous.
It's something that I don't have in my pinks.
Isn't it that?
That is it.
Oh, that's the actual swatch.
That's the actual swatch. But in my Ferris Wheel Press pink collection, and I own nearly every Ferris Wheel Press ink that's come out since 2023.
Who could tell you what this is? Would Callie?
I don't know. I could. Yeah, I could send her a message and see if she knows. It's just I have no idea what it is.
You picked it up at the Estabrook table.
I did.
Did any of them tell you what it is?
I don't know. Maybe. It depends how old it is.
I'd start with Callie.
I'd start with Callie too. So that was our ink haul.
So a much smaller haul than Chicago.
Everything in bottles though, except for the Ferris Wheel Press Ink Pot of Mystery, which I guess is sort of a bottle.
Which is a little mini bottle.
But is sort of not. Everything else though is in full-size bottles.
Yeah.
And Tono and Limbs did double bottles. So for $35 you got 2 bottles. So both of mine stayed matte and you did 1 matte, 1 shimmer.
Yes.
And so it's also quite an interesting color palette. Like we very much are staying in like the pinky purpley blues.
Yes.
And then there are a couple outliers. Like there's a green,
but
there's an orange.
It's a green that leans blue. Like there's a really lovely.
I know. I can't wait to put it in a pen.
Yeah.
I think it'll look great in a pen. And
like for me, this is the outlier.
Yes. I'm also surprised
like that orange really isn't.
That's the only show ink I got. I regret.
No, we didn't pick up a show ink from.
We didn't pick up
Almost Narwhal.
No, and we didn't get the Papier Plume one, and we didn't get there were so many show inks. There were a couple that I really wanted, like Franklin Christoph's and Papier Plumes. Didn't get them.
There was a lot less shopping though.
Yes.
From our point of view, at this show, we were so busy.
Yeah.
It was. I didn't do any shopping really.
No, and I would say most of my shopping was limited to people I already knew.
Yes.
And for the most part, it was like dropping off things with friends and going, like dropping off the pen with Clarissa and going, when you guys have a minute, can you please put a different nib in this pen?
Right.
Or things like that. where it was like, I'm buying something, but I'm not hanging around while it happens.
Oh, for sure. There was no time for that.
I am coming back when I have a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully that coincides with when you're not busy.
Yes.
But if not, I am leaving the thing with you.
Yes.
All right. Paper. There was a lot of paper this show. I've got a huge stack of paper. So let's talk paper.
Okay.
All right. I feel like I got a lot of paper, but it was also a smaller size of paper pad than I came home with from Chicago. A lot of my Chicago stuff was 9x11.
Yes, the large pads.
The large pads. This time it was all very compact paper because Endless has come out with mini pads. So you can see I've already broken into this one. And I ended up getting 5 of these, all in blank. They did also have them in dot. They didn't have a whole lot in dot. And so I was not able to bulk buy them in dot. I was able to bulk buy them in blank. And I pretty much always buy my paper now at a show in bulk because it's just easier.
And this is Endless Regalia. It's your favorite paper for, would you describe it as your favorite paper for testing a pen, testing nibs?
Yeah, so I described it to somebody at the show who didn't know what it was as like, it's not as nice as Tomoe River, which I don't like because it takes too long to dry, but it's nicer than Rhodia. And so for me in a video, like it's going to give me a pretty good sort of like feel of how a nib writes. It's pretty smooth. It doesn't have a whole lot of tooth to it, but it's going to have a pretty fast drying time. And so when I'm filming stuff, that's what I want. It's also what I've been using to play around with the pen sloth nib because it does dry more quickly than Tomoe River. I do sort of want to try that nib on Tomoe River, but I also think it could be an absolute mess.
Glove up.
Yeah, like I think it could be an absolute mess. And so this is sort of just what I use as a baseline in videos and like testing pens because it is relatively inexpensive, but it is a nicer version of Rhodia in my opinion.
And it's still a premium paper.
It is.
And it's a better size for, it's less wasteful, I would say, than so your big sheets.
It's an 80 GSM, so it's a heavier weight paper than a lot of the papers. And it's just, there are so many papers on the market that are really fancy. Like we talk about them at pen shows, like onion skin and all that stuff. For me, that doesn't work in a video where I'm testing pens or doing a pen review. Like most people aren't going to use that for day-to-day writing. This, though, I find is pretty comparable. Like if a pen writes well on this, it'll probably write well on copy paper. It'll probably write well on very nice paper. Like, yeah, it's sort of my baseline. So I was very happy they now have a smaller size because I have been cutting down full sheets and it's very time consuming. Then we have this lovely thing. So MD has long been my daily paper, and I was able to get their big memo blocks, which I never see for sale in Canada.
No, I've never seen them.
Like we have access to a lot of MD products. This is not one I've ever seen. And so when I saw this available at the show, I did pick one up.
MD is what's in Travelers?
Yeah. Well, Travelers can be Tomoe River or MD. I use the MD version. MD is also what I have in my Gale and Leather folio. They're my pads. I picked this up from Smarty Pens, and I quite like it. I'm excited to open it up. I think I'll wait until I've got some clear space on my desk, though. I've made the assumption it's glued on one side.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, no, I've made that assumption.
But it's not like a Post-it note paper.
No, it's not. So MD does make Post-it notes. These are not the Post-it notes. I did look for the Post-it notes at the show. Couldn't find them. I haven't been able to find them in Canada either. People keep telling me they exist. They sort of seem like mythical.
I've never seen this in Canada.
I've never seen this in Canada either. But the Post-it notes sort of seem like a mythical item in the pen world because for the life of me, can't find them anywhere.
Okay.
I looked for them.
I have no doubt.
And finally, we have Mark's Inks, who were handing out these edit grid notebooks and these storage dot grid notebooks. The interesting thing about these, not that I have it open yet, is that they have a little plastic pouch that's actually a fairly good size, so that you can slide.
You could slide stickers into it. If you're at a show, you can pop stickers into it.
Or business cards. Like, I think it's actually really cool. And so I'm interested to test out the paper.
Mm-hmm.
These are both dot grid.
Yeah. One for each of us.
One for each of us. But they also, if you feel them, they're so smooth.
Oh, that's lovely.
I know. I'm very excited to try them out. So this one has, I believe it's 100 and something pages in it. 128 pages. This little thing has 320 pages.
Get out.
I know.
Have you, is it the same paper?
I have literally no idea. I haven't opened it.
We haven't opened them.
I haven't opened it. I haven't tested it. It was the end of the show. They only had fluorescent colors left.
Yeah, I think that's why I didn't grab one, because I just don't like fluorescence.
And it's got like a little pen loop and everything. Like,
oh, that's super cute. And it's got the same zippy.
I know.
Zippy storage pocket. That's really cool. It's a great design.
It is.
And if it had been available in black or white or any neutral, any basic neutral, it's like, if I wouldn't be caught wearing it, I'm not going to have it in a book.
Yeah, so my whole thing was I just wanted to test it out. It was cool. I wanted to try it.
You're more open-minded than I am.
My options were fluorescent pink or fluorescent green, and there was no way I was getting fluorescent green.
No, I walked away from the offer. Politely walked away from the offer. I took the black. I
am excited, though, to actually test it out, because it is, I cannot get over how many pages it has in it for such a compact book. And I sort of love the tiny little pen loop. I don't know that I have anything that's actually going to fit in here, and it's going to have to be something with a clip.
Okay. Hemingway's little pen would fit in there.
I don't know that Hemingway still owns Hemingway's little pen. And honestly, I don't think it would.
Tiny.
It's tiny.
It's super tiny. I'm not sure that little loop is practical.
No. But I'm interested to try them out. And so that is paper. I'm already making good
So it's a bit of a paper haul, but it's not huge.
It's not huge. Number of sheets wise, it's probably massive, because this memo block is 500 sheets.
Like, yes, but they're small.
They're small sheets. Like, we're probably nearing a couple thousand sheets of paper. But it is super fun. And then we got a whole bunch of cases, or I got a whole bunch of cases.
I got one.
You got one.
I got the show rickshaw snake in green.
I got the show rickshaw snake in
yellow, purple, and blue.
Purple, and blue. There were, I want to say,
six or seven
options this year for show rickshaws, and we were lucky enough that we found Mark and Cheryl early enough we got to pick.
Yeah.
And I picked this one. They had matching stickers. And I always love the show rickshaws. They're always cute. They're always fun. And they had...
I struggled with the color selection. I actually broke my rule. I would actually not be caught in any of these greens. But it is black, and I wear black a lot.
And I liked that the internal fluff matched the color of the snake
plushie
body.
Yeah, they're lovely. And they're superb for carrying your pens around.
And then we have the stack.
Yes.
So, I think we actually have two of these.
Yes, I have one.
Same color?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So this is, I want to say Crazy Horse Forest is the colorway from Galen, which is not a color that I own from Galen yet, and I'm actually surprised at how much I like it. But I only buy Crazy Horse navy blue. And Crazy Horse Smoke. Though Smoke is once again a different color. Everything I saw at DC is a different color than the Smoke I own, which, yeah.
I don't know. Once you hit it with leather conditioner, it's going to change color anyway.
And let's continue with Rickshaw before we get into Girologo. This is what I am calling Drew's shirt. Drew Brown had a very small handful of these rickshaws that Mark had made him out of one of his shirt prints. And I ended up with a 2-pen koozie in Drew's shirt pattern.
Yeah.
There was no way to say that sentence that doesn't sound weird.
True, but I think most people in the pen world would look at that, and even if they didn't know it was based from one of his shirts, they would recognize it as being Drew's shirt.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's fair from his YouTube videos and Instagram, whatever. That's his shirt.
So, Drew's shirt pattern, koozie.
From everybody's childhood.
Yeah, I forget when I saw the preview of these. Like, I saw the preview of these weeks ago.
For sure.
On the Sugar Turtle Studios Instagram page.
Because you showed it to me.
Yes. They were being released on Patreon.
Okay.
And I almost signed up for Patreon because I didn't know if he was still going to have them at DC. And I had finally found a Fillmore that I liked because this is so much fun. And I sort of regret not getting any of the single crayon fountain pen sleeves that had...
They were really lovely.
They were really cute. I might have to pick one up once they enter the Etsy page.
Okay. So far it's Patreon and...
So far it's Patreon and pen shows.
And
once... I think he said once SF was over, they were going onto the website.
Oh, cool. Patreon was the only location where you could get the pink single sleeve.
Yeah. Everything else.
All the other colors were available at the show.
Yes.
And they were everywhere. So many people had them.
And I went, when are you doing a black fountain pen crayon sleeve? I want a black one for my Platinum 3776 or my Mont Blanc. Like
the perfect black pen.
The perfect black pen. This is the inside. It's so much fun and I'm utterly obsessed with it. I never thought I was going to get a Fillmore. I've seen a lot of them. I've seen a lot of my friends and I've never really been in love with one. And as soon as I saw this, I knew it was coming home with me.
Well, it's hard not to fall in love with anything that's Crayola.
Yeah. And then finally, we have 2 new cases from Girologo. This is their new colorway Sugar Plum. They came out with 3 new colors just before DC. I think DC was actually the first time they were available to the public. And I started by getting the single pen sleeve. Went by and bought it and was really happy with it. Like, it's a great color of purple. It fits my... Apparently... Oh, I did know the top of this pen was magnetic. So you can switch out the finials.
Oh, okay.
You can, get a pearl. You can get a gemstone set up top.
Oh, is that lovely?
Magnetic. I wanted a perfect little matching case for this pen.
Makes sense.
Little matching case for this pen.
Yeah.
And then Bryce and I were talking, and he mentioned the 12 pen case. And there are some things that I just don't love about my 10 pen from Galen Leather.
Like what?
The fact that if it's full of 10 pens, it doesn't zip closed.
Oh.
Which they've fixed with the Expansy.
Right. Which you have in...
I have it in the Folio.
But not in the 10.
Not in the 10.
Okay.
So what I can do is I can do 10 skinny pens, but if I do 10 pens that are all different sizes, doesn't zip closed.
That's annoying.
That, on the other hand, is thick.
Yeah.
And it fits 12 pens of varying sizes comfortably. Everything closes.
That's what. So it's 4.5 centimeters, more than 1.5 inches.
Yeah. Easily.
Yeah.
You're probably approaching 2 inches.
Yeah. Which would be about 5 centimeters.
Yeah. And then you have a very thick board, whereas in...
Plushy board, too.
Whereas in the Galen Leather case, you've just got a piece of suede.
Right.
Which is fine in most cases, but you always have to make sure like you've angled the clips. And here, like when I packed this home from DC, I packed it like I didn't care.
Right.
Like you can see the clip marks. And
does that bother you?
No.
Okay.
Everything flew home safely.
Good.
Everything. And it's got the double loops, which my Galen also has, but I really like it. But I also really like the zipper flips down up top, and so you can pull pens out without anything being scratched.
Yeah.
Because it's a metal zipper. So.
A robust zipper.
Robust metal zipper. I am very happy with my new 12 pen case. And I think I would be equally happy with the new 10 pen from Galen. The issue is I would have to buy a new 10 pen from Galen.
Yeah.
And this is significantly cheaper than a Galen 10 pen. I think this retails for, I want to say like 60 or 70 US, and a 10 pen is over 100 US.
So at least a third to, well, at least a third less.
Yeah. So
that makes a difference.
Yeah. And so for me, it was worth at least trying one of these.
Oh, for sure.
Before making the decision on what I was doing. Plus, it's purple. I was waiting for Girologo to come out with a color that I was as obsessed with as I was with Crazy Horse Navy Blue. I like to only do one color of leather from a brand. And basically, as soon as I saw the preview photos for Sugar Plum, I knew there was very little chance of me leaving DC with something not in Sugar Plum.
Right. Now, in terms of leather care, similar leather care to your Galen's?
I don't know. I'll actually have to talk to Bryce.
Because it almost feels like it's a buff.
Yeah.
So when you hit it with a conditioner, it's going to change.
Yeah. I almost think that like maybe it's a suede cleaner and not a leather cleaner.
Right. The suede brush.
So the suede brush or there's the Urad stuff that's meant for soft leathers and suede.
Yeah. But there's the suede brush, and then there's something, I think it's called a buff eraser.
Yeah. So
you need to talk
to them before I'd clean this, because they do make ones that are in similar leather to Galen.
Okay.
But then they have come out with a few of these soft ones, and I just don't know how they recommend cleaning them.
Because it might be on the Girologo website.
Because the reality is, like, I do tend to clean my leathers. That being said, like, it's already fairly scratched up from a flight and nails, and there's some scratches. Plus, it was the show display one.
That's fine.
And so, but like that stuff doesn't bug me. That being said, like we do live somewhere that's fairly dry part of the year, and so I do like to condition my leather at least once a year. So I will touch base with the team over at Luxury Brands and just find out how they recommend to care for it. And hopefully they roll out some more products in this color. I think there are 5 or 6 products currently in this color, and in the new green, and in the new cobalt. The new green actually isn't far off this green, but it's in this soft as well. And it is very pretty. If I was a greens person, I think I would have got the green.
Yeah.
But I'm just not a fan of green. Purple is much more my style. Do you want to talk about the most exciting part of the show, which was, buying pen blanks?
Sure.
All right. So we, for the first time, bought multiple blanks at a show.
Yes.
There are 5 blanks in play in the household currently, I want to say.
4 of them are with makers.
4 of them are. And then one of them, Jonathan Brooks PM Galaxy, I haven't decided what I'm doing with it yet. I am utterly obsessed with this blank. Have loved it in a whole bunch of pens I've seen it in, and just haven't decided who I'm dropping this off with for a pen. There are lots of possibilities. We'll see who I end up giving it to. It's sparkly. It's me.
You could give it to Jonathan Brooks.
I could give it back to Jonathan Brooks. That would be really funny.
Carry it around.
Take it to a bunch of pen shows, give it back to Jonathan.
Jonathan, please make me a pen.
Yeah. The other blanks, which I'm going to insert an image of each of them here. Mom has a Lisa Marie Red Sky at Night blank with Zodiac. which you're getting turned into your first custom pen.
Yes. So Scriptus 2023 was my first pen show. I was still using Sharpie fine tips and never thought that I would ever looked at blanks with, complete mystery in 2023. And in 2025, I bought blanks.
Yeah.
So it's being turned into a Virgo, which you can look up on the Zodiac website. It's a clipless pen, tapered at both ends. And I will be putting my show nib into it.
You also got a Tempest, which was a DC well, it's not a DC exclusive. It's on the website.
She launched it.
But she launched it at DC.
And it's smoky black into grays, white, some transparency, some translucent sections.
It's very pretty. That has been dropped off, but we'll discuss at a much later date who has that blank. I got 2 blanks from Lisa as well. I got an Icy Winters, which Michaela over at White Bear Pens has, which is going to become an Echo to go with the pink Echo I already have. And then I got a Lagoon Nebula, which has also been dropped off with a person to be discussed much later.
Yes.
There's some fun things in the works, but you're going to have to wait to find out about them.
But we're really excited.
We are. Welcome to random stuff. So I actually don't know where to start. So we're going to start with stuff that came from the luxury brands booth, because that sort of seems the easiest to narrow down.
I would think so.
I got a set of the splash pad ink coaster things. These are meant to go under ink bottles. You can sort of see they absorb water and become raised, or absorb liquid and become raised.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
They are made by Inkmister, and they're available pretty much at every pen store. I've known I've wanted a set. I've sort of overlooked buying them. They're sort of like something that I never think of picking up from Goldspot. I've utterly adored having this on my desk. One for pens that are like hard starting, and so you just like need to like tap the nib a couple times to get it to start. Instead of having to waste a page, I've been using this.
Okay.
But also for a sweaty Gatorade cup so that it didn't leave a ring on my desk. Bryce did repost that on Instagram. Was me using one of their coasters for a Gatorade cup, which was also great because like it didn't get my desk wet. It absorbed the water. The other things from the luxury brands booth were a sample of the Colorverse pen soap and a sample of the, actually many samples of the Colorverse hand ink remover. I forgot to pack the Monteverde pen soap and the Private Reserve Zero ink remover. They're normally essentials in my kit. I
100%
forgot to pack them leaving the house. And I had a tester pen explode on my hands and had green ink on my hands for 2.5 days, and ended up at the luxury brands booth and discovered that they were handing out samples, and Bryce's lovely mother dug through until she found all the little hand ink remover ones and gave me a handful and gave me very specific instructions for how to use it.
And then you got the ink off your hands.
And then I got the ink off my hands. And then they've also given me a sample of the pen soap, which I haven't tried. I'm interested to try, though, because people really like it. And so
That's
I've now
great.
got, like, I think these will actually probably go in my travel kit. They're much easier to travel with than the Monteverde and Private Reserve stuff, which is in big containers. So I will probably be throwing these in my travel kit just so that I've got them when we travel.
Super.
I would describe this as my one impulse purchase of the show. A couple people had them on booths and they color shifted. And
like a super shifter ink.
Like a super shifter or a watercolor.
Yeah.
And then they're paint splatters, the leather.
Right.
And
it spoke to you.
It spoke to me. Actually, to be fair, it spoke to me at the Heinz booth. And Tori then told me where to go to get it. And then I forgot who I bought it from and had to put it out on Instagram and go, okay, who did I buy this from? And like
so that you could credit them.
5 people very quickly responded to me and went, this is who was selling them.
And so who was that?
Lincoln Leathers.
Okay.
Who are apparently known for this very specific splatter leather.
Okay.
And when the company announced that they were no longer making this leather, bought up all of the hides of it in North America.
Okay.
And this is actually some of the last of it that exists.
Okay. Fun.
And it was fun. It was sort of unique. It color shifted.
For catching inks? What's it for?
It's like a little trinket dish. It's just like to hold.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
There.
Yeah, exactly. Like Troy was using it to hold business cards at her table.
Okay.
It's just like a little thing.
Okay.
And I liked it, and it color shifted and brought me joy. It
Fair
came
enough.
home. I don't think it was very much. I think it was like all of $10. It was a very small impulse purchase.
Okay. Next.
Van Ness White Lightning. This is an ink additive to increase the flow of inks that you use at 1%. So you literally use like a drop of it per 10 mils of ink.
Okay.
Approximately. Because
so it improves flow?
It improves flow because it's approximately 10 drops to a milliliter.
Okay.
And so for every 10 mils of ink, you use
one drop.
It increases flow. It's a lubrication for an ink.
Okay.
Which also helps with dryness. Van Ness are the people that manufacture it. They're the only people that sell it.
Okay.
We are never at the same show as them. People have been telling me for years that I need to get this. People use it for a whole bunch of inks, and it's impossible to get in Canada.
Okay.
Again, not very much money. Had been on my list for a very long time. They sell it in a nondescript blank cardboard box.
If it's one drop for 10 mils,
I know.
That is going to last you for your entire life.
I'm just going to start selling it on the Canadian fountain pen page.
Finance trips to pen shows on that.
Yeah. $6 a bottle, finance a trip to a pen show on
repeat.
On repeat.
Narwhal.
Yeah. We were unpacking at the booth, and they had...
I actually thought that they were ink swatch cards, and that's what a lot of people thought they were. And then we told them that they were playing cards.
And they're so cute. I almost wish we had 2 sets for Canasta.
I do wish we had 2 sets.
Oh, I'll see what I can do. They're so cute. And we sold out of them. We started the weekend with a whole bunch. We sold out of them. They were a super fun, little thing people were buying because, again, they weren't very much money to get a set. And so if you wanted a pen show thing, or if you wanted a fountain pen thing that wasn't
a pen or an ink.
Yeah.
It was enough of a theme that people snapped them up.
Yeah. And they were also, I think $5 a pack. So, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Super cheap.
They were $5 a pack. And so most people carry around a $5 bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We sold a lot of these. And they're super cute. And, unlike most card boxes, don't have an opening at the bottom. You aren't going to lose your cards out of the bottom, which I really like. They've only got a top opening. Because then you're not going to worry about losing cards.
Very good.
Yeah.
Nice little design.
I know. So, if you've made it all the way to the end, let's talk about PR stuff.
Yeah.
So, I got a set of the new Esterbrook Eclipse clips and an Esterbrook Niblet. And there will be videos on both of these coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
The Niblet is super cute. I ended up with a botanical garden, and
I love the little roll stop.
I do too.
It's so cute.
They're so cute. I also love the new Niblet packaging. It's just super fun. And then I also got some stuff from Conklin and Monteverde.
Do you want me to move this aside?
Esterbrook pen roll. So we have a Conklin Endura that Maya has already claimed.
Oh, of course she has. Huh. Because it's rose gold and tealy blue.
Yeah. It came out of my case. She went, "This is new. Can I have it?"
And you said, "Not until I have done content with it."
Yes, I said, "Once I'm done with it, sure." She went, "I never have to buy a pen again. I just get yours." And I went,
well, and it's perfect for her.
It is.
This is a very Maya.
It is a very Maya. And it
Oh,
screw posts. Though it is very back-weighted when you do that because it is a very heavy pen to begin with. But it should be very fun. And I'm excited to ink it up. We then have a Monteverde Regatta in...
Oh,
I know.
That is such a satisfying click.
I know. So satisfying. I really like this.
It's beautiful.
I like the white. I like the light blue. I don't actually know what nib's in it.
I'm looking forward to you doing the video on this one, and I'm looking forward to stealing it.
The internet wonders how many of my pens are actually my pens. I get to keep one from this haul.
Most of them are your pens.
This is the Monteverde MVP, which will be eyedroppered almost immediately.
It looks like it takes a standard international short.
It does. But it also comes with a pipette to eyedropper it.
Ah, hint, hint. Now, is it...
Though that seems like it's maybe a metal fitting, so I'm actually going to have to check to make sure it's eyedropperable before I go off and eyedropper it. But
it must be. They wouldn't give you a pipette unless it was eyedropperable.
I know, but that looks like a metal fitting.
It is a metal fitting.
So you can't eyedropper it. You can't eyedropper metal pens.
Well,
you have to touch base with the team there.
Reach out to them.
Yeah.
Because maybe it's a metal maybe there's a coating on it. Maybe there's something to protect it from... Yeah. But nibs are metal. Like, why can't you eyedropper a metal pen?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because everyone says you can't.
But that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. If you use a pH neutral ink, you should be able to eyedropper a pen.
Everyone says you can't eyedropper a metal pen.
Deep sigh.
I wanted the clear one. I was given a color option. There are a couple different colors. I wanted the clear one.
When in doubt, choose the demonstrator.
It also takes a number 5 nib.
A Schmidt number 5 or just any number 5?
Schmidt number 5. And I have a very fun nib for Monteverde in my collection. That's a number 5 that they sent me a little bit ago that I haven't put in a pen. And so that will actually be going in this pen.
How exciting.
It's an old style of nib that's not produced anymore.
Cool.
By Schmidt, though Monteverde still has a stash of them available for sale. So I think that'll be fun. And there we go. That's our very small PR haul. And these videos will come out probably starting in September.
So I don't have to wait that long for my pen.
No, because I'll probably film it in the next couple weeks.
Yay. I'll let Maya know. She'll be so happy.
Yeah. Well, I hope you found that interesting. Let me know what your favorite DC purchase was. And I will see you in the next video.
Bye.